Good evening. As Dr. Mudrick said, we have the concert strings in front of you right now, and we're going to open the program tonight with a tone poem that's called Mystic Fawn. So a tone poem is supposed to evoke a mental picture, so think fall morning in the middle of the mountains, an open meadow, the mist rising from the ground and through the fog. You see the silhouette of a lone fawn grazing in the meadow. Okay, everybody got that? We started working on this piece as we were just kind of getting to know each other as an ensemble. All these kids in all three ensembles have come from 6 different elementary schools, 2 different middle schools, so we're all kind of coming together for the first time as a high school ensemble. And this piece was a great vehicle for us to work on unifying our sound and trying to come up with a great tone quality as an ensemble. We also worked a lot on matching intonation in this, and especially on balance. So even within a very quiet, dynamic level, you should hear melodies emerging. So that was our focus. So we hope you enjoy Mystic Fawn. features a small ensemble. It's kind of a unique instrumentation. It's a quintet, but it's a cello quartet plus a violist. So lower string instrumentation. It features Aria Rayner on viola and cellists Irene Cho, Elizabeth Chapman, Katie Seitz, and Emily Sang on cello. So Tarantula is a piece of music about a spider written in the form of a tarantella. A tarantella is a musical form. It's usually a lively dance, most often in 6/8 time. And it dates back to several centuries ago in Italy. And the story goes that it was named for a condition known as, hold on, I gotta get this right, tarantism, which is a disease that was thought to be brought on by the bite of a poisonous spider. Okay, everybody, we're setting the stage here. So folklore, as folklore has it, people who were stricken with this disease after being bitten by a tarantula could cure themselves by dancing themselves into a frenzy. That's the folklore. I have no idea whether that's true or not. So that's where this dance form originated. So this is kind of a play on words. There's a very obvious musical pun going on here that you will get when you hear it, and that's all I'm going to say about that. This piece was written by a friend and colleague of mine, Frank Caravella, who is the orchestra director at Manheim Township High School. And he originally wrote it for string orchestra, and I thought it would sound really cool with this darker tone quality of the lower strings, especially this time of year, you know, the Halloween kind of concert. And I asked him if he could rearrange it, and by the time he did so, we were getting really close to this program. So I told this group when we rehearsed, I said, I don't know if we can get this together. It's a fairly difficult piece. But just to prove me wrong, they spent an entire Saturday afternoon on their own without me working the whole thing out. They came back on a Monday, and all the complicated transitions and sections that I thought were going to be kind of tough, they had worked out on their own. So all I had to do was tweak things, and you know, they were good to go. So I think that's incredibly impressive for a group of freshmen especially. So I'm going to get out of their way and let them take over, and you can enjoy Tarantula. Robert Longfield. And as the name implies, it's a piece that sort of builds momentum. We probably spent about half of our rehearsals getting this up to quarter note equals about 152. So first half of the rehearsals building speed. The second half of our rehearsals we spent trying to contain that so that it wouldn't get out of control. There is a middle section that's a little bit more lyrical, but then it eventually goes back to the beginning and ends with another high energy finish. So here is Momentum.